So we start on the resource section of the plugin and select the BCBSL resource. As we see, we have 10 local backups and 10 secondary backups for vault and replication. Once we select a backup, it will give us the options on whether we will clone, restore, or mount. We are going to name the clone Wells CL for Wells Clone. The next screen, we have an option to select a destination host. Any of the hosts that have been attached to SnapCenter will be an option, and then we also have the option to customize the clone layout settings. In this screen, we also have the ability to change the Oracle home if the destination host has a different Oracle home that we would like to use. Next, we also have the ability to change parameter settings for the environment. And of course, we can choose whether to perform recovery or not perform recovery, or run the dbNewID at the end of that or not. The screen allows us to define what kind of notification we want to use during the clone. So once we kick it off, you'll see it says 17 minutes ago. That's just because the SnapCenter server and the client are on different times, but it actually just kicked off. If we look at the details, that demonstrates the different steps of the clone. We of course fast forwarded it so as not to wait. Once we refresh, we can see that we have one clone that's hanging off production. If we select that, we see the clone, and we can see start and end date shows that it took approximately 6 minutes to create the clone. Now if we go down to the actual host, we see that the Wells clone SID the instance is up and running, and we see the clone disk group, and we also see that the database is the same size as production, and there it is, Wells clone. Now if we go back to the root of the resources section, we'll be able to see the Wells clone database entered, and at this point we could actually define protection for backing up the database.